Donkey Kong Jr. has to have one of the weirdest careers of a Mario character. He started in his own arcade game of the same name, and it was quite a consistent character for a bit, and then he disappeared. Well, I'm about to tell you the entire story of Nintendo's most forgotten icon. Hey, before we get truly started into the history of Donkey Kong Jr., I'm here to remind you to subscribe, because this channel is still finding its footing and it means the world to me to see it doing well. It's totally free, it's just please. But now, back to the video. It all started where all history begins. Donkey Kong. The 1981 platformer was a smash hit, and I don't need to explain Donkey Kong to you. A lot of people saw the Crazy Kong video. I explained it there. Anyway, in 1982, due to the success of the original Donkey Kong, Nintendo quickly produced a sequel, that being Donkey Kong Jr.
I got Donkey Kong, and now I'll get you too, Junior.
I'm Donkey Kong Jr., and that's my papa. I'm trying to save him, and boy, do I need your help.
Nintendo's Donkey Kong Jr., the arcade game, is now the Super Home video game.
Save your papa, huh? Save yourself first.
He's chasing me with snapping jaws, and I could fall.
Help Donkey Kong Jr. save his papa on your ColecoVision, Atari 2600 VCS, or Intellivision video game system.
Game players everywhere, please help me save my papa.
It's a bit more technical than the original DK, be that through the map being more complicated or some gimmick like you having to push these keys up or something. But in my opinion, it proves on the formula, but overall, Donkey Kong Jr. did not do as well as the original. Jr. then, like many old arcade games, gained a port for both the Atari 2600 and the ColecoVision, as well as got a few Game Watches. It was also a launch title for the Famicom, along with Donkey Kong and Popeye, but this all culminated in a spin-off of Donkey Kong Jr., one that would really start his legacy. Donkey Kong Jr. Math was an educational game released in 1983, where DK holds up a number and Jr. is to find the sum of that number using symbols and numbers placed on the board. The game has a two-player mode where you race to get the sum the fastest. Math's reviews were not favourable, but was the first game in Nintendo's brand new education series, set on educating the world and teaching the youth using video games. Donkey Kong Jr. Math was the only game in the NES education series. Donkey Kong Jr. then appeared in the background of the original Punch-Out, and then it is the most iconic playable appearance in Super Mario Kart. He was put in the game because he would be more visibly interesting than the brown blob that would just be Donkey Kong. He was also added for the 1992 release of Super Mario Kart, aligning with the 10-year anniversary of his original game. It was later changed for Donkey Kong and Mario Kart 64 because of the release of Donkey Kong Country and its very high sale rate. He then appeared in Virtual Boy Mario Tennis and then Mario Tennis 64, and then he disappeared. Well, apart from like Smash trophies and Game Watch galleries. Donkey Kong Jr.'s disappearance can be boiled down to mainly one thing: Diddy Kong. With Donkey Kong Country introducing us to Donkey Kong's new sidekick, Diddy took over Jr. and became the secondary Donkey Kong character, eventually getting into Mario Kart and Smash and so on. Diddy's design was originally meant to be Jr.'s, but Nintendo rejected the redesign, so Rare, the developers of Donkey Kong Country, rebranded him as its own character, and Jr. was dropped altogether. In September of 2020, Donkey Kong Jr. was released in Mario Kart Tour for his first major game appearance since Mario Tennis 64. He was still in his 16-bit style from Super Mario Kart instead of a new 3D model, and was released in the Super Mario Kart Tour alongside a 16-bit Mario. I think this was their best way of adding Donkey Kong Jr. A 3D model, in my opinion, would have been too jarring. It would have required a full redesign of the character pretty much, because the other 3D models of Donkey Kong Jr. were the N64 models. So I think this was their best way of doing it. Then we get Mario Kart World on the Switch 2, where Jr. only appears in the game on a billboard and some stickers that you get from doing P-Switch missions. And that's where we lie now. He's one of my favourite Nintendo characters, and is my most wanted character from Mario Kart World, be that in 16-bit style or in a new 3D model. Jr. deserved so much better. His games did well, and he was added in Mario spin-offs quite often around that time. But Diddy Kong is obviously the more popular character, and is obviously the one people want more in things like Mario Kart. Do I think he should come back? Yes. Do I think he'll come back? Yeah, probably. Jr. is well known. People know who this character is. The question is, how much does Nintendo value Donkey Kong Jr.? I don't think they value him much. I don't think they see him as an addition that's necessary for a game. He's just someone they can put in a game, and it's a niche reference for people who understand it. That's about all I have to say for this one. If there's another character you want to see me ramble about, tell me in the comments below. And again, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.